Okay.
Hello, everyone. So this is Dorela Iepan, and I am here with Jordiana Chevalier. We are both coaches, and we decided to do podcast together. And after our first connections, we are really excited to discover what we can do together. And Jordiana discovered how amazing the emotion code is. So I will drop a link. You can watch the first meeting we had together. And now we want you to discover another emotional technique. And this time it will be about tapping. Jordiana, I just want you to introduce yourself, and then we will discuss a little bit more about tapping, which I know is a technique that you also use with your clients.
Absolutely. Well, hi. Thank you for having me. My name is Jordy. So I'm a certified spiritual life coach, human design consultant, and life transitions coach. And I do use tapping with my clients. I've never had a full session where it's so involved, but if they have really heavy emotions they need to move through, I go to this technique all the time. So I'm excited to show people what it looks like to actually go through it yourself and the feelings that come up and how a session typically goes.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So about me, I always forget, or maybe I don't like to tell it directly. I am an emotional coach, and I am certified in the emotion code, and I am the author of the book that already has a name in English. At the beginning, I didn't have one. The title is And They Lived Happily Ever After, and I can't wait to share it with you. But today is about the tapping. This is an energy healing technique. And what I love to say every time I speak about my work is that if at an energetic level, everything is balanced in the body, we don't have to have problems, health problems, relationship problems, um, money problems, of course, career problems. So if you have a problem in your life, you can find an energy healer and try to work on it, and something will happen in your life. Can you please share something that happened in your life after our emotion code session? What
Oh
you
my
feel
gosh.
comfortable sharing?
Oh, absolutely. So I had never experienced the emotion code. I had read the book, I knew what it was about, but actually going through it, it was more mental of what I thought it was going to look like versus what it was. And honestly, I shifted through a lot. I got a lot of awareness around where these feelings were coming from, why I was not making money in my business, why that frustration was there. Turns out it had nothing to do with me. It came from family. So letting that go felt really good because literally last month I had my best month ever in business. And then this month I'm going to surpass that. I'm going to do even better. So it's exciting to see, that the energy work underneath actually opened up room so that I could receive the money. Because
Uh,
before I couldn't see it, but now I can.
and I want you to share how much time did it take to do a session?
20, 30 minutes and we were done.
So it's like this. When you know what you're doing, you're getting the help, and everything shifts just like that because it doesn't have to take time. It's really easy. But now we're back to tapping. It's a different technique, and it involves uh, both of us to do the work. And I would like to explain a little bit about the tapping. It's really funny because in my country, we say emotional freedom technique, and it's EFT. And it's from the English emotional freedom technique. But in English, we say tapping. So this really makes me laugh every single time I have to explain this. And what's so special about this tool is that it involves both uh, Eastern and Western type of healings. You have psychology. For me personally, the problem with psychology is that dealing only with the mind, it's really slow. So you have to practice, and you really need a practitioner with you that will help you go through everything you have to deal with. with Eastern medicine. So now I'm talking about acupuncture, and actually it's pressopuncture. So it will be tapping on points of your body. You're only dealing with the body, and you're working only at an energetic level. And what tapping is doing, it's putting these two together, body and mind, and we will deal also with emotions, and we will see together what this does to us, how much time does it take, and why am I saying that it's so easy? Because you can do it yourself at home. So just to clarify, it's really important to do it with a practitioner, with a certified practitioner, because when you're dealing with trauma, emotions can surface and it can be difficult to manage. But for daily cleansing, you can do this by yourself at home, to have this daily routine for taking care of your emotions. If you take care of your body, so if you wash yourself, if you brush your teeth on a daily basis, think also of your inner body. And you can do that by yourself at home. And then when you have bigger stuff to deal with, well, you will go to a certified practitioner and see what's happening there. Would you like to add something to this, or should I go on?
I think you covered it. It really is something that is more energetic than it is physical. Tapping on the points really opens up and gets the energy moving, and then you can actually move through it. But I do encourage working with someone at first, just in case there's something really heavy that you can't process on your own. Like, it's cool to show and tell, but if anything big comes up, it's good to call in support.
Yes, definitely. Thank you for endorsing that. We are talking about emotions. And now there is a question. How do emotions get stuck in the body? Because that's what we're talking about. So we're talking about solving these emotions, but how do they get stuck in the body? The thing is that we don't know how to deal with our experiences. So instead of, I was scared, now I'm fine. Well, when I got scared, something happened and emotions got stuck in my body. What does an emotion do when it's stuck in your body? I want to underline the fact that emotions have a chemical formula. This meaning that once an emotion it gets stuck in the body, this changes your chemistry. And usually it's not good emotions that get stuck in the body, but it's emotions that we don't know how to deal with them, something that made us angry, sad, betrayal, abandonment, and more. And because of these emotions, we tend to repeat the same experiences. So I got betrayed, I will get betrayed more and more and more. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like I'm a magnet to all people who do that to me every single time. No, it's just an emotion stuck in your body. And that emotion wants to get out of your body. So it's something like this. And what we will do using this technique is that we will tap on meridians of our body. We will do a demo round just to get in touch with the technique. Even if you know already, you can tap along with us, because it will be helpful for you to see what's changing even in a tapping round without saying anything. You will see points, meridians that maybe you have used already and some you have not. And the thing is that we learn all the points, and each practitioner will use the ones that are necessary for what the practitioner is doing. I have learned the points with the practitioner that doesn't deal with trauma. He helps you get financial success, and for that part, he doesn't have to go in the trauma points. Personally, I like to get in the trauma points even when I'm not dealing with trauma, because what it reveals, it's so incredible, and I feel that it fastens the process of the session. So I use more points. Okay, let's see how magic happens in our life, because as I like to see magic and miracles, well, my clients tell me that, oh, let me tell you about a miracle that happened in my life. So that's what we will do together. And before we start showing the meridians, I would like you to do, and also people who are watching, I really want you to focus on a breakup. So if you had a breakup that really hurt you, just picture that event in your life, how you felt, how hurt you are, and you can even scale it from on a scale from 0 to 10. How intense is it now? And if it's not intense anymore, just remember how you felt at that time. So 0 means, okay, I'm all good. Well, you choose something else if it's 0. And 10 means that it's really, I thought I cannot get out of this alive, because this happened to me in my life, and here I am. So we can live after a breakup. just to state it clearly. Do you have an event in your mind? I think you have, because you also had a breakup.
Yes, ma'am, my divorce. So at the time, it was that feeling of I'm gonna die and there's no way out, versus now it's I'm healing from it. I've gotten to a place where I'm at peace, but it's not all the way gone yet.
We will see what will happen after today. So I hope you all have written down the event you want to work on, and to rate it on a scale from 0 to 10. So 10 means it's really, really hurting you, and 0 means now everything is clear. And before we get into the exercise, we will show the points. We start on the karate chop point. So you can use the hand of your choice. I'm writing with my left hand, so I will use my left hand to tap. Yeah, you can do as in school. So here are my 2 fingers, and in the middle of the other hand, you will tap with the 2 fingers, and we will say the statement for this point. Once we finish with this statement here, we will start tapping on the other points of the body. So it's the top of the head. I'm starting over there. Maybe you know another point to start, but I'm starting over there. Please tap along with me. Okay, then it's the eyebrow. So here where the eyebrow begins, side of the eye, under the eye, just on the bone, under the nose, on the chin. For the collarbone, so it's like 2 fingers under the collarbone, 10 centimeters from the sternum. So we will tap with the whole hand, and this is really okay. The next point is under the arm. So it's not really under the arm, it's one hand under the arm, where we have the bra for the women. And then we will continue. For the wrist, it's 2 fingers under the wrist. So it's over here. And we will get along with each finger. So on the side, You can see different types. I'm just using like this because we can tap on the finger, but I'm on the side of the finger, and I'm continuing like this for every finger, and then finishing on the karate chop point. So this is the round. For those who don't do trauma, they are using only the points of the body, so the karate chop point, and then only on the body, and it's finished. But for instance, if you are somewhere where people are watching and you cannot tap yourself because they will look at you, you're like tapping, no one sees, no one knows, and you can tap, and no one knows you're tapping. And this is amazing. Okay, so I was telling that you can do this all by yourself. So I'm like, I'm really stressed out. I'm really stressed out. And before we get into the exercise, I always have ideas to share something more. The EFT technique at the base, at the beginning, it was like just repeating the same thing over and over. So it's like I'm depressed, I'm feeling depressed. And you have a statement phrase, we will get to that immediately. And I'm like, I'm feeling depressed, I'm feeling depressed, I'm feeling depressed, I'm really depressed, I'm really depressed. And all the tapping is just repeating the same phrase over and over. And you will see how this shifts in your body, in your mind, in your state of being. From that, we have this, what I've called psychology and acupuncture together. And then we will have a story that we will share. We will ask questions, give answers, and see what's happening, what's shifting, and the way the exercise is going. So I hope everything is clear for those of you who are watching. And I will just talk about the statement phrase. It's just that when we start, we start from a problem. So I have this problem. Now we are all working on a breakup. And it's like, I was talking about the depression earlier. You know, a breakup can lead to a depression. And it's like, even though, so we're starting with, even though I'm feeling depressed, I open myself to love myself, to accept myself the way that I am. And then you have multiple choices because, for instance, someone who's depressed won't want to say, I love myself. They will, no, I hate myself, I'm depressed. So that's why we're like, I open myself to love myself. Or I choose to love myself. So even though I'm feeling depressed, I choose to love myself the way I am now. So this opens my heart to love myself, to heal myself. And then as we feel better, even though I'm being hurt by what happened, I open myself to completely love and accept myself. So as you see, there is no one single script that you have to use. Don't feel this blockage. Oh my God, so I have so many choices. I don't know what to do. I will do nothing. Okay, if you have too many choices, just pick one choice and go with that one until you understand better. Or do as Jordi said, call a practitioner, and we are more than happy to help you because that's why we are here. That's why we are learning, studying, improving ourselves to help you the best way that it's possible for you to be helped. So we are going with the breakup. Would you like for me to use the word divorce, or we can use breakup even though it's a divorce? It's okay for you to use breakup because maybe people watching are only having breakups, not divorces. Yeah. Okay. We will start with the statement phrase, and then I will ask you questions. And I really need, oh my God, I really need to write down your answers.
Okay.
And I will write them here. Okay. Sorry for that, people who are watching. So, okay. So, we will start with the statement phrase. I will ask you questions. Those of you watching at home, you can write the answers for your own problem. And then we will see what's happening for Jordi. And I really encourage you to share everything you're feeling, because this will be helpful for people to understand that things happen to you. So it's not just me saying stuff. And yes, precaution before we start. You might feel this need to yawn, to breathe deeply. You might have the impression that you cannot breathe. So just keep going with the tapping. You may have tears running down your eyes, the nose, so you might have handkerchiefs with you to use them. And then you may have sensations like chills, cheek bumps. So everything that's happening, it's okay. It's the body that's explaining you what's happening. On the other side, if you don't feel anything at the physical level, that's okay too. So no matter what's happening, the work is being done. It's just that at the physical level, you don't feel anything, but that doesn't mean it's not working. And what's even more funnier than everything else, you may feel nothing, but eventually, in a spare of a week, people will tell you that you changed a lot. And I love this thing. It's like what's happened with the emotion code. So it was a 20 minutes session, and then the life has completely shifted. So it's a little bit the same with the tapping. Okay, so let's get to it. You really visualize your breakup, that moment of breakup, yourself, how you felt, what you felt. It's not to blame someone, it's really to connect with your emotions. Okay. So, what's the first feeling that you have thinking of this breakup? And don't tell me from this point of view where you're now, that you are already healing. Like when that happened, what were you feeling most intensely?
I was feeling sad.
Okay.
I didn't want it to end.
Okay. So we will start on this. So those of you who are watching, you really think, okay, were you betrayed? Were you sad, angry, mad, self-guilt, because maybe you thought it was your fault? So just look, and don't worry if you don't find the right words to use. The thing that's popping in your mind is the one to use. Okay. So we will start here, and you will repeat what I'm saying. And after that, we will start with questions. Even though I'm sad because of my breakup,
Even though I'm sad because of my breakup,
I open myself
I open myself
to love and accept myself.
to love and accept myself.
Even though I'm sad because we broke up,
Even though I'm sad because we broke up,
I am willing to learn
I am willing to learn
to love myself and others,
to love myself and others,
to accept myself and others.
to accept myself and others.
Even though I'm sad because we broke up,
Even though I am sad because we broke up,
I love myself,
I love myself,
with the sadness that I'm feeling now. With the sadness that I'm feeling now.
With the sadness that I'm feeling now.
Okay. So we will continue with the other points of the body. And now I would like you to tell me, where in the body do you feel this feeling of sadness or anything else you're feeling?
It's in my chest. Feels like grief.
Mhm. Okay. Uh, what is the shape of this energy that you have in your chest?
Just feels like a cloud.
Cloud. What's the color of the cloud?
Like gray.
Gray.
Dark gray.
Sorry?
Dark gray.
Dark gray. Mhm. How big is this cloud?
It's a huge portion of my chest.
Mhm.
About that big, yes.
Yeah, now I was like thinking of like basketball size.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You said it's like a cloud. What's the texture on the inside?
It just feels heavy. Like when it's raining really bad and it gets really dark and thick and you can barely see through it.
Mhm. Okay. What's the temperature of this cloud?
It's ice cold.
Ice cold. Okay. Does it move?
It shifts, moves up or down.
Okay. If you touch it, what's the sensation you have when you touch this cloud?
Like I don't want to touch it. It feels sensitive.
Mhm. When you're looking at this cloud, do you hear something, noise, music, sounds?
I just see in my head like a raging storm and like the sounds of the wind like thrashing around, just like anger and heavy and thick.
Mhm. So we'll just recap. I would like for people who are watching to know that any answer is a good answer. It's not that you have to feel the same thing. Just go with your own story. And you will read your own list. So for Jordi, it's a pain located in her chest. For you, it can be in the chest or somewhere else. It can be in the stomach, in the knees, in the head, a shoulder, so any part of the body. So it's in the chest. It's like a very heavy cloud. It's gray, dark gray, the size of a basketball, and it's ice cold, and you can even hear sounds of rain, of wind, storm when you're thinking of it. Okay, now that we have identified this cloud in your body, uh, just allow yourself to see the emotions that are in this cloud. It can be only one emotion or more than one. Just tell me, name them as they pop into your mind. So I want all of them.
Yeah, I feel anger.
Anger.
I feel shame.
Mm-hmm.
I feel guilt.
Okay.
And I just feel really sad.
okay for you? We can move on.
Mhm.
Okay. So now that we have identified, and I will sum up one more time all the details, and pay attention because it may already shift for you. So this chest, this cloud in your chest, dark gray, basketball size, heavy, ice cold. It shifts, it moves, and you really don't want to touch it. It's like, no, I don't want to touch this. And you hear also the sounds of wind, storm, rain. And now you know that inside this cloud you have anger, shame, guilt, and sadness. Okay, please now take this cloud from your chest and put it in front of you. You don't have this cloud in your body anymore. It's out of your body. It's in front of you. Did it change or it's the same?
I mean, it doesn't look as big,
Okay.
but it still looks terrifying.
Yeah, of course. Now that it's in front of you, you know that you can communicate. And ask this cloud, what's the message it's got for you?
What comes up is that
Oh, it broke down. I don't understand. Can you repeat, please?
what comes up is that I have to forgive myself.
Okay. How do you find this message?
And it's right. I haven't let that go, that I'm the one that walked away, that I gave up.
Okay. Can you forgive yourself?
I want to.
Okay, you want to, but can you? Will you?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you say thank you for this message? I forgive myself now.
Thank you for this message. I forgive myself now.
Okay. Does this cloud has another message for you?
What pops in my head is it wasn't all me.
Okay. It wasn't all you. How do you feel knowing that?
I think it's true.
It's true. It's true. Okay. Can you forgive your partner also because you have forgiven yourself?
Yeah.
So can you say, I forgive you?
I forgive you.
How do you feel now?
I want to cry.
Okay. Does this cloud has another message for you?
What comes up is that it's okay that I loved him.
Of course it's okay. Of course it's okay. Can you say, I love myself?
I love myself.
Okay. And now, can you say, I love you?
That feels hard. I love you.
Okay. You know, unconditional love means exactly that. So it's okay to break up. Loving, it's not something bad. You love and you let go. Okay. Does this cloud has another message for you?
I just get the feeling that it was time, and I keep running away from my own feelings.
Okay. And what's happening now? It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Now, what's happening now? It's okay. Are you still running away from your feelings, or are you embracing them? I was asking, are you still running away from your feelings, or are you embracing them?
Yeah, I said it with them.
Okay. I embrace my feelings.
I embrace my feelings.
Okay. Does the cloud has another message for you?
It's okay to let go.
Okay. It's okay to let go. Just repeat it.
It's okay to let go.
Okay. How do you feel now?
A little bit lighter.
Mm-hmm.
I think I needed to let that. I think I needed to release that pressure that I'd been feeling.
Mm-hmm. Is there another message from the cloud?
Nothing is popping in.
Okay. Do you have something to say to this cloud now?
Thank you for reminding me.
I didn't understand. Oh, sorry for the connection.
I know. Thank you for reminding me.
Thank you for reminding me. This is amazing. So, what did change into the cloud? Is it still so heavy and gray and impossible to touch?
No, feels more light.
Mm-hmm. Can you embrace it, send love, and release it? So just feel how you send this love and you release it with lots of love. And now you can take a deep breath in and just put your hands on the heart. Take a deep breath in and out. And it's time for me to shut up and listen. How do you feel now? If you can share with us what was the rate, the score that you gave at the beginning, and how do you feel now?
It was at a 10 because it was coming up for a while, so it was very easy to tune in to that time. And yeah, there was a lot of pain when I walked away.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I were to rate how it feels, it's like maybe a 2 or 3. Or like I know it's there, but it's not suffocating.
Yeah. So I know that things are shifting now in your body. And I know it's a lot. And it's something that we recorded. And it was an exercise that everyone can do at home. But just look at Jordi, how profound it's touching her. Because I'm looking at you, you're like, I really have to understand, to process it. And it's like a 30-minute session. And I really hope you will come back to say how this impacted your life starting now. I would like to see some smiles, because maybe people will say, oh my God, this is not good. I know it's the processing part. So do you feel lighter? It's like something heavy from you has been taken off?
Yeah, I was a lot coming up in my relationship recently because, when you finally start dating again, it's when everything comes back. So there's a lot that's been coming up, and realizing how dark this was and how heavy it was. You think you're healed, right? Because I'm a coach and I know how to deal with my emotions, but no, there's still a lot of pain there. And I'm just like you said, processing. Because even though it moved and it's way lighter, like I can breathe, it's like I had no idea that was there. So it's good to see it for what it is and realize that I still need more love from myself, like more love from me to me.
Yeah. Love is the answer to everything, like they say in the songs, but it's really the love that we discussed about, this unconditional love. So you see, unconditional love doesn't mean you stay in that relationship. It means I love you, you're free to go. And it's not breaking your heart, it's making you both feel and believe the love from within. So I'm really going to let you process this all. For all of you who are watching this recording, please comment under the recording. Let us know if you've done the exercise. Just the details that you want to share with us, maybe the story in 2 or 3 words, or maybe the rates. Where did you start? Where did you get? And then if you have questions, you can ask us both. And what I want to underline is that Jordi is also doing tapping, exercising. It's if I've done this for her, it doesn't mean that she's not good at what she's doing. We are only proving yourself that we as coaches take care of ourselves. So I really encourage you to go to someone who is telling you not only that they are learning how to make more money, but that they are learning how to heal themselves. Because if I know how to heal myself, I will make something extraordinary for you too. And Jordi is proving, is coming out, sharing her story, sharing what's happening in her life. And what she's sharing with you is that healing emotionally has helped her in relationships, with family in the first place, then with boyfriends, husbands, sooner or later they will come, with kids, with in business. So you will see the changes in business, and also in health problems. We can do a lot of things. We are not saying don't go to the doctor. On the contrary, you go to see what's happening, what's going on, and we come as complementary help. So we are not replacing doctors, we are not prescribing meds, and we are not saying you to stop your medicine. So this is very important for me. I repeat it every single time, because I'm not here to tell you to stop something that your doctor told you to do. But we are here to help with what we do. And I really want you to say one more time, now that we are at the end, what you are offering as services. So this way, people who want to contact you, they really have this in mind. And I will put the link so they can contact you and work with you to make magic happen in their lives. Please share.
Awesome. Well, first, thank you, because again, coaches need coaches too. We are human. We have to process our emotions too. And I know going through this is going to help me level up in life. So as far as what I do, as I said, I'm a spiritual life coach. So it's definitely more energetic and emotion and feeling than it's mind, because the mind can only go so far. So this is why me and Dorela are so aligned, because we believe that healing also happens in the body. and it happens in your energy field. So as a spiritual life coach, I also do human design. I'm doing readings and courses on that right now. And then I also do life transitions coaching, which is when you're going through something heavy, like a divorce or anything like that. I mean, you need to process those emotions. So it's good to have someone guide you and help you so that you can be better, so that you can find new love, so that you can open up. Because I mean, I took the wrong route of allowing the feelings to just linger and hit depression, and took years to get to this place. It doesn't have to take you that long. There are people like me and Dorela that you can just reach out and you can heal a divorce, a relationship, a job, any of these losses through coaching. And it will take you weeks, months instead of years. So with that, Dorela, thank you so much. I'm so grateful to you because now I have something to work on. I have something to journal about and feel through and just see all the blessings that come into my life.
Thank you so much for sharing this. So thank you for watching. I will say just a few things about myself also. This way I am ending with what I should have been starting with. So I am an emotional coach because I'm the friend of all your emotions. I'm a certified practitioner in the emotion code. And soon you will have the book And They Lived Happily Ever After. It's a full program that you buy at the price of a book. It will be available on Amazon, Apple, Google, and also in paperback very, very soon, hopefully. So we are waiting for you to work with you to help you heal your emotional baggage. We will call this like this, and then to move on to something amazing together. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.